Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another tutorial of PHP and MySQL series, and in today's video I'm gonna teach you what is the concept of super globals in PHP. I will create a PHP file here like super globals.php, and here I'm going to type here the first one would be $_get and the second one would be $_post. We will also learn about these two super globals in PHP. So without any delay, let's start. So first of all, we will learn the definition of superglobals, some predefined variables in PHP. Predefined means these variables are already defined by PHP programming developers and we don't need to define them. We just have to use them. For example, $_get and $_post, which I have write in the comment section before this definition. These are built-in variables and we just have to learn to use them in PHP, and we will learn about these variables, how to use them in this video. But next is, which means that they are always accessible. Because we call them super global variables, it means you can access those variables in any function, in any PHP file, or anywhere wherever you want. So scope doesn't matter for PHP super globals. Next, here you can see that, and you can access them from any function, class, or file without having to do anything special. You don't need to do anything special, you can directly access them. When we will do the practical, you will understand this concept. So let's move toward the practical. So here you can see that I have typed here two super globals. The first one is $_get and the second one is $_post. Make sure to write these super globals names in uppercase, and here also make sure to add this underscore after this $sign. So first of all, we will learn to use this get. Let me open my browser, and here first of all I will copy my this file name. I will open my browser, and here I have to type localhost/learn and / our file name, which is superglobals.php. If you want to know how I created this URL, we must have to type the localhost. And the next thing is why we have typed here learn, because if I open my C drive, here you will see a XAMPP folder, and in this XAMPP folder I will open my htdocs folder. Here you will see I have created a folder named learn. That's why in the URL I have typed here learn, and in this folder I have a file name superglobals.php, and when I will type here superglobals.php, and I can access this file easily. Make sure you have your started server of Apache and MySQL. So I have opened, you can see that it is displaying me blank page because we don't have defined anything in this page, so that's why it is displaying me blank. Suppose if you see in Google and I type something like holidays in Pakistan, I'm just typing a random keyword here, and if you notice, you can see that here we have a question mark. After this we have a word q, we have a word equal to, and is equal to the query that we have searched. Also there are many other parameters, but currently I'm only talking about this parameter. So first of all, let me copy this and paste this here, and from here I will just press enter, and here you can see that YouTube have typed Google have typed and, so I will type here comment this. I'm also going to comment this, so you can see that this q was coming after this question mark. At this q position you can type whatever you want, maybe query. So first of all, let me open my browser, and here I will type for question mark query is equal to like Pakistan, and I will press enter. Okay, here it is giving me an error because we also have to comment this. And now if I refresh, you can see that nothing happened, but in URL we have set a parameter. Currently I have typed by myself, but how we do that in our application I will also teach you. But how we can access this query value and print it on our screen, that's pretty simple. I will create here a variable, any, like query is equal to $_get. We have to type this super global name, and in this super global we have to type our this query, this key. So I will type my this key query and put semicolon, and now when I will type here, I will try to echo my query. You can see that the Pakistan has been printed on my screen. If I type here like China, you can see that China is also printed on our screen. But if I try to change anything, like if I replace this query from query to queue, and now if I will refresh, it have again type here query, but suppose I want something here. Now you can see that it is giving me an error, undefined array key query, because we are trying to access a parameter from URL query, and that parameter is not exist in our URL. Basically, $_get is a super global that we use to get the values that are set on our URL, and we're trying to access them. Let me show you through practical that how we will set these parameters using maybe PHP forms or anchor tags. So from here, what I will do, first of all, I will write a program here. I will create a basic HTML structure. Let me zoom out my screen a little bit, and here I will press a tag, and in this tag, or instead of this tag, I can create a form, and I will give action super. I will remain this action empty, so the form will be submitted to our same page. And here I will create an input tag. Its type would be text, and I will type a name here, like name is equal to search underscore query. And after this, I will create another input which type would be submit, and inside our this form we have an option. First of all, let me hide this one. Method is equal to, I will type here get method. So let me refresh. You can see that currently we have a form inside our superglobal.php, and if I will type here like Pakistan, and if I try to submit this, you can see that on the search bar, search query, which was the name of our this input, have been submitted on our URL. Maybe you have another input as well, like before this I will press a BR for a line break, and here I will type here name is equal to like location, and here I can type here placeholder is equal to location. If I refresh, you can see that our second input have been appeared at this position. So first of all, I will type my query like Pakistan, and maybe inside this location we can type here Faisalabad. And now if I will try to submit my this form, but first of all we need to refresh again. I will type here Pakistan and Faisalabad. I have typed these values, and when I will submit, I think we have to type here name, not names. And now again I will type here anything, and when I will submit, in the URL bar you can see that it have, first of all, after our file name, it have typed the key, I means the name that we have typed in our this input search query is equal to the value that I have typed on my this screen. After this, this have inserted and then it have typed location, which was the name of my second input, and after this is the value that I was typed in our this location input field. So in the first parameter, your URL, you will see the question mark. After that, it doesn't matter how much parameters you passed, maybe 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. After each parameter, the value of each parameter, the URL will be typed and then the next parameter key and next value. After again, if you have another parameter, you will see another and inside our this YouTube Google example, first of all, let me copy this and let me paste this here, and you can see that after this search we have question mark, but after this you will see this and RLZ is equal to this value, and OQ is equal to holiday in Pakistan, and AQS. These are the required, maybe required parameters by the Google that they have set on the URL to display the results to the user. So next, what we will do, we will try to display this on our screen. But first of all, I will do here one thing. I will type here echo pr pre-tag, and after this I will type print r, and I will try to print the whole array. just try to understand that this $_get is a super global, but this is actually an array and that contains keys and values and that we access on in our PHP programs. And now if I will refresh, you can see that currently this is an array which have two keys, search query and location, and two values, the search query key value and the location key value. So by using easily we can access any single value if we want, like this. And suppose if I want to get the location, I can type here location, and on refresh you can see that the value of location is printed on our screen. And similarly you can get search query value. If I paste this, you can see that. Now suppose maybe we have write this code, and suppose if user try to access this page like this, your PHP program will generate you this error that undefined key search query. So next we will learn how to check that either our specific key is set or not in the URL, so we can avoid this error. To check that error, I will type here, first of all I will remove this. So here you can see that I have typed PHP opening tag and PHP closing tag. Here I will type if, that we have already learned in this course, $_, but before this I will type here a function, if is set. You can see the spelling of this function, if is set, and inside this function we have to pass our that get super global. And here I will search for maybe search query. I can simply copy this search query from here and I can paste at this position. I'm also going to remove this because we only want to set one key on our URL. And here I will type here echo inside the body of this if statement, echo you are searching for, and here I will type for $_get. To simplify that, I can also type here query is equal to, query should be in lowercase, dollar, you can define in uppercase as well, but I will recommend to declare variables in lowercase. So here I will copy my search query key and paste at this position, and after this inside this double quotes I will type here this query and semicolon. One thing to make sure, if you have typed double quotes around your string, you can directly insert your query your any variable to print that. If you are using single quotes like this, and if you will try to print your variable inside, then PHP will directly print your variable name instead of that variable value. So you need to make sure that you have double quotes around your string, and then you can easily type your variable inside your that string. So now what will happen if I refresh? You can see that no error occurs because we have set a condition at this position that if this search query parameter will be set, then this code will be executed, otherwise not. So if I will comment this if statement and this closing if curly bracket as well and refresh, you can see that it is generating me an error. But if I uncomment, you can see that now it will not generate us an error. And now here, for example, maybe we can search for pasta, and if I submit this, you can see that it is printing you are searching for pasta. Our this code was executed and the value that I was typed in my this placeholder printed at this position. So this was the use of get super global, and as I teach you that you can easily access this inside any function regardless of scope. So for example, I will call a function here like demo or show msg, show message, and I will cut that from here and I will declare a function here like function show underscore message, and inside these curly brackets I will paste those lines. So this function will only be executed when the search query parameter will be set. And now you can see that I am accessing this super global without to do anything special. So if I will refresh, you can see that there is no changes on our screen. If I will comment this, you will see that that function will not be called. And if you will call your function, you can easily see that we have printed you are searching for pasta successfully on our screen. So it means that these super globals are super globals and you can access them inside function and maybe inside any files. I will teach you another super globals in the next videos that we can access in multiple files. and these are very valuable for us. And we build many systems like login systems, and we identify by our PHP program that which user is accessing our program, and we display the information to that user according to our specific user. So we will learn those techniques in the coming videos, but this was the use of get super global. Next we will learn about post. The post is similar to get, but there is a little bit difference. First of all, I will comment this, and at this position, instead of get, I will type post. So this time our method would be post. And if I refresh, you can see that I will also remove these parameters. You can see that this is our simple super global page, and here I will type for maybe pizza. And if I submit, you can see that nothing has happened, but believe me, this message have been set in our super global variable. First of all, I will type here echo pre semicolon, and here I will print r for $_post, not get but post, and here I will type echo pre and semicolon. We use these pre HTML tag to print in a structured way the output. So now when I will refresh, you can see that it is asking me that confirm for form submission, because we have post a data already. That's why it is asking me that do you want to repeatedly post data. I have pressed continue. So you can see that this time the data have been submitted and available in our post super global, but you will not be able to see on this URL. The difference between get and post is get is fast, post is a little bit slower. You should use post super global to send passwords, but please avoid to send user sensitive information using get method, because it will increase the chances of hacking. So by the way, as you can see that currently our this post super global contain our this search query key with the value of spicy pizza, not spicy but only pizza. So first of all, what I will do, I will cut this. We can use the same code. I will uncomment this code, and instead of get, I will type here post, and here I will also type for post. So now what will happen, I will cut this from here and paste at this position. We don't need this function, so we can simplify our code to make you understand correctly. So now you can see that you are searching for pizza. We are achieving the same output but using post method. The difference is just that the get method use URL parameters to send value, but post is not. So friends, these were the super globals that we have learned in this video, and if you have any question, you can ask us in the comment section. We will try to answer your question. And please subscribe to our YouTube channel for our regular videos, and let us know in the comment section that how we can improve our content so we can help you to understand these programming concepts. Your suggestion will be very valuable for us. And finally, thanks for watching.